Can you recall a time when you either formed a deep emotional connection with someone or experienced an act of kindness that touched your heart? Like, think about that act of kindness that truly touched your heart. How did that experience impact your perception of the world around you? Like, what did that, when you experienced that act of kindness, what did it make you feel towards the world? Did it change your mind? Did it change your attitude? Did it happy? Did it get you excited? And today's quote of the week goes hand in hand with exactly that. So the quote of the week is from Helen Keller. And in case you don't know who Helen Keller is, she was an author, but more importantly, she was made famous because she had some disability. She was blind and deaf. So not only was she blind, but she was also deaf. In today's quote, Helen Keller says, "The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart." So once again, if this is the first time hearing me speak, I take a quote out of the Maximize Your Life Planner. Every week we have quotes in here. And I specifically picked that quote because of the emotional feeling behind it. I don't know if you guys get what the quote say. The most beautiful or the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. So what it's saying is true beauty, like the real true beauty and the richness that lies beyond material things, beyond material possessions, and it lies beyond external appearances. So the true beauty, the true, beautiful things in the world lies within. And that could be a wake-up call for a lot of people. Because a lot of times we can get caught up in putting our value in the exterior, on what's on the outside, when in reality, the most important thing is what's on the inside. And the quote really, when you really break it down, you really think about it, it's talking about how the best and most beautiful things cannot be perceived through the physical. It can be perceived through the physical. All right? Not the physical alone, let's put it that way. It can't just be physical alone. They must be felt with the heart. That's what it says in the quote. It must be felt with the heart. And that's the importance of emotional connection. Like, you gotta have emotional connection. And those are the beautiful things in life. See, sometimes we gotta see things, we gotta feel things, we gotta hear things, we use our senses. But the real beautiful ones, the ones that give you that emotional connection, you feel it in your heart, those are the magical moments in life. And you receive true appreciation and understanding because it comes from the heart. When you feel it from the heart, that's when you truly appreciate something. When you truly understand something because you feel it in your heart. Some people even say that the heart is like the second mind. Like, it acts like, I feel it in my heart, right? That's your intuition. Some people call it the Holy Spirit, right? The Holy Spirit's kicking in. And that's a place of deep emotion and empathy. That's what it really comes down to. That's why I love breaking down this quote. Now, when I read this quote, what it really makes me think about is, how do I practice gratitude? How do I practice kindness? How do I practice compassion towards others? Which in return, when I practice that, when I practice gratitude, when I practice kindness, when I practice compassion towards others, in return, it fosters a deeper connection and a greater appreciation for life's beauty. It makes me appreciate life that much more when I have that deeper connection with whatever I'm doing. Now, I didn't just want to share this quote with you and break it down a little bit. I know this quote is pretty deep, but I also wanted to give you some value. So what I want to provide right now is 8 ways to truly practice gratitude, to truly practice kindness, to practice compassion towards others. So number 1, write these down, get a pen and paper ready, right? Number 1, express appreciation. Express appreciation. You know, some simple ways to express appreciation. Let me know in the comments if you do this kind of stuff. Write a thank you card. Notice the word write. Write a thank you card. When's the last time you received a thank you card? Like written, handwritten. When was the last time you actually wrote one? That can express appreciation to someone. Send a heartfelt message. You know, one thing I love to do, especially with my family and friends, if I'm intentional about it, instead of just sending someone a happy birthday message, if I have like iPhone Messenger, I can do voice notes, or if I'm on Facebook Messenger, I can do voice notes, and I send someone a voice note for their birthday. It's a heartfelt message that expresses appreciation to people. People appreciate that, right? You don't know how much a simple thank you can go a long way. So think about that when you're going about your day. How can I be more intentional in simply saying thank you to show appreciation for acts of kindness, for support, for love, little things like that. So a note or a message can mean the world to people. Number two, perform random acts of kindness. Look for opportunities, be intentional, look for opportunities to brighten someone else's day through small acts of kindness. What can I do to make someone smile today? What can I do to make someone laugh today? What can I do today to make someone fall in love with life all over again? Be that person. You want to be that. See, I also heard you can either be a thermometer or a thermostat. Thermometer, it allows its an environment to affect it so it can read the temperature. A thermostat affects its environment. It changes it. So if the house is hot, the thermometer kicks in and it makes the house cold, especially in Florida, right? And now look for opportunities to make someone else's day special. This could be as simple as holding the door for someone, holding the door for a stranger, right? It could be offering a compliment. It could be helping someone in need. See, one thing I always remember from a book I read once, it said, everyone has a sign on their head that says, make me feel special. You know, that's why I always, and if I can give you a book, one book that's really good is How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it talks about giving compliments. See, myself, I have no problem telling another man, he looks handsome. That shirt looks good on you. That's a sharp shirt. You're looking sharp. You know, if I see something that, wow, that's a nice watch, or wow, you have a great attitude. Every time I get good service, I make sure I let that person know that their service was impeccable. Like that service was great. Thank you so much for your service. You are appreciated. So once again, random acts of kindness. Number three, practice active listening. Active listening. I heard this once. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? We got to listen more than we talk. So show genuine interest and empathy towards other by practicing listening. And another thing is, many times we listen to respond. I challenge you, don't listen to respond, listen to hear, like to understand, to really, truly listen to them. All right? Pay attention to what others are saying without interrupting or judging. I'm gonna repeat those two. Without interrupting or judging. So sometimes people just need a listening ear. So be a good listener, be a good friend, right? Another quote I heard before is, be interested, not interesting. Too many times we're trying to be interesting and we're trying to impress people when we should be just simply interested in them and listening to what their challenge is, what their struggle is, what are they going through, how can we help, how can we serve. Number 4, show compassion. Show compassion. Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in their shoes and strive to understand their perspective. You know, one of my mentors once said, CYP. CYP. What's CYP? Change your perspective. When the day's going not the way you want it to go, or someone's making you feel some type of way, pause. What are they going through? Change your perspective. Can I understand where they're coming from? Maybe I'm seeing it the wrong way because I'm not seeing it from their side. I did a video a couple of weeks ago. I talked about, like, for instance, right now, if we're facing each other, we're looking at each other and we have a piece of paper in front of us and I draw a number 6, to you, it might look like a number 9. It's your perspective. It's your view. So if you come at me and say, yeah, it's a 9. I'm like, no, it's a 6, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I just drew a 6. You're like, no, it's a 9. I can either sit there and argue with you, or I can pause and say, hold up. Can I see it from their perspective? Can I change my perspective? And by doing that, you can offer people a comforting embrace. Like, showing compassion can be just seeing someone go through something and you putting your hand on their shoulder. You giving them a hug or some words of encouragement. If you see someone struggling or just having a bad day, just give them some words of encouragement. Give them some motivation. Give them some inspiration. Just them knowing that they're being noticed and their struggle is understood is enough sometimes. And once again, going back to number 3, just having a listening ear can be a big one. Number 5, volunteer your time. Volunteer your time. See, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes we get so much caught up in donating, giving money. And don't get it twisted. Donating money, giving money to charity, all that good stuff is good. It's good. But I hope you do know that time is more valuable than money. I don't know if you knew that. Time is not only more valuable than money, it's infinitely more valuable than money. I could prove it to you another day, but trust me, it is. So what do I mean by that? What if you take your time, your most precious possession, and get involved in volunteering activities, like getting involved in activities, getting involved in community service, get involved in projects to make a positive impact, not only in the lives of others, but in your community. If you follow me, you know I have a slogan, let's impact the world. Let's impact the world. By volunteering, by giving your time, you can impact the world. Many times people say, Max, they talk about tithing, like giving, right? I talked about money right now, but do you understand that you can also not just give 10% in tithing, but what if you, on top of that, tithe your time, tithe your expertise, tithe your talent? It could be whether it's serving meals, maybe you're a good cook and you can help cook meals for a homeless, or you're just going to serve. Like, one of my favorite things to do is go to the homeless shelter and serve meals and just have a conversation with people. Like, meet them where they're at. Participating in cleanups, like cleanup efforts around the city. Those are good. And maybe volunteering at like a local charity or a youth ministry or somewhere you could talk to the youth, right? They're our future, correct? Number 6, and also, before I get into 6, just want to remind everyone, contributing your time and energy to a meaningful cause, what it does for you, it fosters a deeper connection and a greater sense of purpose. If you are that person that right now you're like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I should be doing. I don't know what God put me on this world to do. And by the way, just in case you didn't know, each and every one of us was designed for a purpose. Like, we have a purpose inside us. We have a God-given purpose. And I want to remind you of that. So just in case you think you don't have a purpose and maybe you haven't found it, keep searching for it. But one of the best places to find it is in service. Service to many leads to greatness. When you volunteer, when you use your talent, your gifts to help others, serving others, a lot of times you don't even realize it's your talent because you're giving it so much. And then when you give it so much, you start realizing, oh my God, I'm actually good at this. Number 6, practice forgiveness. Woo. Someone might turn me off right now. They're like, that's the one. I don't do forgiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, let go of grudges. let go of resentment. Let go of that stuff towards others by practicing forgiveness. See, when you recognize that holding on to negative emotions, when you hold on to negative emotions, you know what that does? It's only harming you in the long run. It's only harming you in the long run. Keeping it real with you. So at the end of the day, you got to forgive. You got to let go and let God. All right. Number 7. This is another one. I'm going to rub some people on this one. Celebrate others' success. Celebrate others' success. See, I heard a quote once or saying. It says, when you see your neighbor winning, get excited, because that means God's in the neighborhood. God's blessing others. When you see others get blessed, get excited, because that means, yo, God's around the corner. Clap it up for that person. Cheer them on. Send them that text message. I just had a friend of mine. She does network marketing, right? And she just, and so some people are going to take this the wrong way. Her and I have these kinds of conversations. We have money talks. You know, today's Make Money Monday. Wealth, we talk about wealth. We talk about abundance. And she's been striving for a goal in network marketing. And last week, she earned over $20,000 in 1 week in network marketing. And she sent me a picture of her check. And she was just sending it to me as a friend, like, I did it. I got it. And I'm like, yes, I was celebrating her. I was texting her. I was voice noting her. I gave her a voice note. Why? Because I'm like, that's what's up. That's amazing. We want to cheer people on. So remember that. You don't want to feel, instead of feeling envious or competitive towards others' achievements, celebrate their success with genuine happiness, with support. See, around this block, around me, if you're around me, we're not about competition. We're about collaboration. You hear me? We're about collaboration. Just like I'm having a conversation with my friend about how she's building her business, we're sharing ideas. How can we make each other better? And you got to offer congratulations, words of encouragement, or even a small gesture to show that you genuinely hear about their accomplishments. Another one I do, I like to give people shout outs on Facebook or on my story. Hey, this happened. This so-and-so just bought a house. So-and-so just got married. Congratulations. There's nothing wrong with you celebrating other people's achievement. All right. Number 8, the last one. This is the last one I'm going to give you. Number 8. Cultivate gratitude daily. Cultivate gratitude daily. Now, if you do have a Maximize Your Life planner, you know that that's one of the things about this planner. There's a section that says 10 before 10. What is the 10 before 10 section? I challenge people to write 10 things they're grateful for every single day. Now, for some people, that's a lot. Okay. So I just challenge you, if maybe you don't have the planner, how about you just start with saying 3 things in the morning. As soon as you wake up, what are 3 things you are grateful for? When you start your day with gratitude, you have no idea what that can do for you. Take time each day to reflect on the things that you are grateful for. Anything and everything you're grateful for in your life, what is that? What are the things you're grateful for? I'm grateful for having a roof over my head. I'm grateful for my amazing, supportive wife. I'm grateful for my loving mother. I'm grateful for having money in the bank. I'm grateful for having the food on my table. I'm grateful for, I'm breathing right now. I'm grateful to be able to have this computer to do this Zoom on, to do this recording on. I'm grateful for my organization, my sales team. I'm grateful for if you have an employer, I'm grateful for my employer. I'm grateful for my opportunity. I can keep going. I'm grateful for this shirt. I'm grateful for my nice, fresh fade my barber gave me, right? You can be grateful for so many things, but write them down. Write down what you're grateful for. You know what the beautiful part is? When you go back to that gratitude list, like a year from now, it's just amazing. And it cultivates an attitude of gratitude. I see some people, I'm grateful for my children. Yes, I don't have any children yet, but when I do, I'm gonna be grateful for my children. I feel you. I see Deborah wrote, that's awesome. I feel you. So once again, cultivating an attitude of gratitude fosters a great appreciation. I'm talking about a great appreciation for life. And it strengthens your connection with others. Because in some of those gratitude writings is going to be other people. I'm grateful for my coworker. I'm grateful for my teammate. I'm grateful for my coach. I'm grateful for my mentor. I'm grateful for my sister, my brother, my cousin. I'm grateful for my parents for raising me right. I'm grateful for my pastor. You see how that can strengthen your relationship with others when you become grateful. Now, not only do we do a quote of the week, we also do the declaration of the week. And if you have no idea about declarations, we do declarations in present tense because we're speaking to the strongest part of the mind, which is a subconscious mind. People don't know about that. You have two minds. You have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind, right? So at the end of the day, this is declaration of the week. Here we go. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. If you've been around me for quite some time, this is one of the classic ones I always say. You know, I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am healthy. Think about that real quick. I am healthy physically, mentally, emotionally. My well-being is good. Being healthy includes proper nutrition. Are you eating right? See, I'm speaking this. I am healthy. I'm speaking it, but what if you spoke it in present tense and then you backed it up with intentional action? Like, you know what? I am healthy. I'm going to start eating healthier. I'm going to get into nutrition. I'm going to take protein shakes. I'm going to take some supplements. I'm going to exercise regularly. I'm going to make sure I sleep enough. I'm going to have adequate rest, right? I'm emotionally balanced. I'm not going to let myself get angry. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I used to have anger issues. I used to get mad about all kinds of things. And thank God that I learned personal development. Thank God I learned about just growing and understanding those feelings do not help me. Like, they don't help me. So it's being healthy in that aspect. Once again, physically, mentally, emotionally, and overall wellness. The second thing, I am healthy, I am wealthy. What is wealth? Financially abundance. Like, we want to have financial abundance, prosperity, stability. Is having enough income to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. See, a lot of times people say, I want to be rich. I don't want to just be rich. I want to be wealthy. Why? Rich is just having money. I know a lot of rich people that have very little time. Wealth is having money and time. So you can do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want, wherever you want, right? So once again, I am wealthy. Being wealthy, it implies having resources. You have resources, you can make it happen. See, a lot of times people think money is evil. I was just speaking at an event this past weekend, and people have the misconception that money is evil. Money is not evil. The good book says the love of money is evil. When you make money your master, I don't know if you ever caught it. In the good book, Jesus says only two things can be your master. And you got to decide which one's going to be your master. He says God or money. He doesn't even say the enemy. The enemy doesn't even have that power on you. Money has more power than the enemy. That's crazy. So you got to choose between God or money. And if you choose money, that's where the problem is. That's the root of evil right there. So at the end of the day, you got to know that money's a tool. And you got to learn how to appreciate it. You got to learn how to love it. Why? Because when you appreciate money, you got to think about like attracts like. If you despise money, if you say, I hate money, money's bad, money's evil, that's like me saying to my wife, you're evil, you're bad. She's not going to want to be near me if I say that to her. That's crazy, right? I love my wife. I want to be around there all day, 24/7. It's my best friend. Now, speaking about wealth, once again, is having the resources, having the opportunities, having financial freedom to live a comfortable and fulfilling life. Now, also, you could take that word wealth. We could be wealthy in relationships. We could be wealthy in mindset, wealthy in knowledge, wealthy in experience, wealthy in friendships. So there's more aspects to that word. But I also want to be clear that you embrace the idea of wealth. And the last one, I said I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise in this declaration. The last one is wise. Wise is intellectual growth, growing with wisdom and personal development. But here's the thing. Being wise entails acquiring knowledge. You're acquiring knowledge. You're gathering insight. You're getting life skills that contribute to sound decision-making and self-awareness. And on top of that, personal growth. Now, here's the thing. Wise, right? Wise. The word wisdom comes from wise. I looked it up in the good book. The word wisdom, if you look at, I think from its original Hebrew meaning, wisdom is the application of knowledge. I'm gonna repeat that. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So I just told you that being wise entails acquiring knowledge, acquiring insight, acquiring life skills, but it's not just acquiring it. You don't become wise. It doesn't turn into wisdom until you apply it. Wisdom is the application of truth, the application of knowledge. That is true wisdom. So when people say knowledge is power, right? It's not technically true. When you apply the knowledge, then it becomes power. And that brings me back to the declaration. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for your time tonight. I greatly appreciate everyone on this call. Hope you enjoyed this Maximize Your Monday quote of the week, as well as declaration of the week. If you haven't picked up the Maximize Your Life Planner, go pick it up at maximizeyourlifeplanner.com. Subscribe, follow, like, share, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for your time. God bless. Take care. And let's go impact this world. And let's go live life to the max. Peace.